To the Dr. Dare Show live on YouTube and Facebook. Welcome. I hope you guys had a great week. Um, it's been really a busy day, a busy week, actually, for me. But everything is, you know, what it is. I've been really swamped. Had a lot of clients. Had 4 clients today. Worked full time. Had 6 clients on Wednesday. 2 on no, 2 on Monday, 4 on Tuesday, 6 on Wednesday. Yeah, just full load. I hope everybody's doing good. We are Topic Hop Friday. We are covering 2 topics. Number 1 is Willow Smith stated on on the Red Table Talk that she is polyamorous. I think I spelled that incorrectly now. I realize that. Polyamory is defined as practicing or being open to intimate relationships with more than one person. Could you be in a polyamorous relationship? Excuse me, why or why not? And then our second topic is who should make the decision to take a loved one off of life support? Should it be the siblings of the loved one or the children of that person? And what are your thoughts on that? So we will get started momentarily. I'm a little early. I wanted to make sure that you guys could hear me. I just ran in the house from teaching Zumba. My day has been busy all day. I haven't had a chance to look up. And so a lot of stuff going on this week. There were a lot of police shootings. Trying to think over the week. That's what has happened. Just busy week. When you come in, check in, let me know you are here. And I am going to put on Instagram Live, Dr. Dare Show on Instagram Live, just to see if there is anybody there. Yes. Let's see. Let's go to Instagram. When you come in, click share. Welcome to the Dr. Dare Show. We haven't started yet. Waiting for people to join in. Come on in. Yeah. Come on in. How did I go live on here the other day? Let's see. Is it there? Nope, not there. Let's see here. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to the Dr. Dare Show. Topic Hop Friday. 2 interesting topics. The first one is Willow Smith. She stated on the Red Table Talk that she was polyamorous. And so would you participate in a polyamorous relationship? That's our first question. The second question is, if one of your loved ones was on life support, who do you think should make the decision to pull them off of life support? Should it be the children of that person, or should it be the siblings of that person, or should it be just a collaboration? Just interested in your thought, but we haven't got started yet. We just signed on. Hey, Tanisha, you made it to your desk. I know. You made it home. I just got into the house not too long ago. So yeah, welcome. Tanisha has a new position. She's busy. She's a businesswoman. Businesswoman. Welcome. How are y'all feeling out there? How has the week been for everybody that's out there? I should have paid attention how I did this last week. hit that. Let's see if I hit that. Hit that. I'm just trying to log on to Instagram Live. Tanisha, you say your week has been exhausting. Tell me about it. Like, I felt like that today. Like, just my day was nonstop. Like, I had to work full time. I had to grade papers for my college course. I had to write up notes for my therapy clients. It was just on and on. Then I had to stop all of that and run out. Yeah, so glad it's Friday. Oh my gosh. Just a busy, hectic day. Yeah. It was so good to see Styrus, right, Tanisha? In class. Here we go, I think. Here we go. Let's see. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, yes. Oh, we love you too. You're right up there. It's time for you to become an instructor too. Hey, Pat. How are you? Yeah, Tanisha, we had a great class. Yeah, that's how it was Saturday too, though. I just love Cyrus's energy. You know. Too bad the Waters wasn't there. Hey, Pat, how are you? I popped on your jury show today. That was interesting. You had the Wheel of Fortune game and stuff going on. Okay, I can't figure that one out. So I am not going to log on to here. Or no. Pat, so did you have some kind of raffle on your show? Hmm. Oh, when's your birthday, Pat? Welcome everybody who's out there who has just joined. We have two interesting topics that we want to talk about. And actually, I'm going to circle back too from last week because there were a lot of people that weren't on and they wanted to chime in on that topic that we were talking about last week. But we'll finish our two topics first and then we might chime in there afterwards. Just giving everybody a little opportunity to join the show before I get started. Welcome to the Dr. Dare Show, Facebook Live and YouTube Live. We come here every Friday. We do topic hops. We do usually more than one topic. We discuss topics. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree, but it's okay. We just have good conversation about topics that are important in our society. And today we're talking about Will Smith and Jada Pickett's daughter said that she's polyamorous. And I gave the definition of what that is, just a person that has multiple intimate relationships. And could you be in a polyamorous relationship is my question. Why or why not? And then the second question is, if someone was on life support, who do you think should make the decision to take this person off life support? Should it be their siblings? Should it be their children? Who? What do you think? So those are the two topics we have set up for tonight. Anybody, before we get started, everybody check in to see how your week has been. Like I said, mine has been very, very busy. It went by like really, really fast. Especially today was really busy. It was just like back to back to back to back. As a matter of fact, I just got home from teaching a Zumba class I looked up, we were in there talking after class. I looked up, it was almost 8 o'clock. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to get home. I got a show. Pat says I'm doing a raffle every month for anyone that adds their name. So y'all hear that? So Pat, do you have a link to your page you can post up here so everybody that's on here can log on to your jewelry page? That's a good marketing scheme, Pat. Life is going too fast. It really is. Like, it's already May. It'll be May. I started working for a private practice. It's almost a year. That went by like really, really fast. Yeah, life is going by really, really fast. So much stuff is happening too. Okay, Pat, I can look it up for you. Hold on. Sahara, let me see. I can look it up for you, Pat. If I can find your I'm going to my page. Welcome, 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 y'all. We haven't started yet. Waiting for people to come on, but I'm trying to share Pat's page with you guys. Oh, there we go. I switched to profile. Go to my doctor, my Fred page. But yeah, we're talking about two topics. If you're just coming in, we haven't started yet. We're just doing a little check-in to see how everybody's doing. And yeah, that's it. So hopefully everybody's had a good week. It's been really, really hectic and yeah. There we are. Hold on. So I'm looking for Pat's page to share with you guys. I just found it. Let's see. Let's see. No, hold on. Are y'all doing good out there? Okay, hold on. Let me pay attention. Let me get this group started. I think that's it, Pat. If you click on that link that I just put, is Karen on? Hey, Karen. How are you, Karen? Okay, so let's get started on our topic. So what are your thoughts, y'all? Oh, I just put that. That's Pat's link to her group page. Click on it to let me know if that's actually it. But yeah, so the first topic is Willow Smith, Jada Pickett's daughter, Jada Pickett and Will Smith's daughter, says that she's polyamorous. And I have a clip of what she said, why she is polyamorous, right? So would you guys be polyamorous? Would you have multiple sexual partners? Why or why not? What are your thoughts on that? And so Willow says, She says, with polyamory, I feel like the main foundation is the freedom to be able to create a relationship style that works for you, and not just stepping into a monogamy because that's what everyone around you says is the right thing to do. That's one thing. It's all about being able to have the freedom to create a relationship for yourself, she said on the show, to the confusion of her grandmother. With polyamory, I think the main foundation is the freedom to be able to create a relationship style that works for you and not just stepping into monogamy because that's what everyone around you says is the right thing to do. Willow Smith said, I was like, how can I structure the way that I approach relationships with that in mind? And with the help of a diverse group of polyamorous guests, Red Table Talk broke down myths and stigma with non-monogamy. So, okay, and so, hey, Kelly. I need to pay attention, y'all. I was reading. So, Kelly says, no, I'm sexually selfish. You don't want to share. And I don't either. I don't think I could do it. But I'm not knocking anybody else that does. And Pat says, yes, I would do it without the sex. So, Pat, tell us why you would do it. What would you get out of having multiple intimate partners without the sexual aspect of it? Yeah, what would you get out of that? And yeah. And see, so I've talked to a polyamorous person that worked at this job that I used to work at. And she was just giving me like the breakdown of how things work when you're in a polyamorous relationship. So, because I asked about, well, how do you feel when you get if you get jealous of somebody else? And so she was basically saying that they sit down, they establish these rules. If they bring some new person into the relationship, everybody has to be introduced to this person. Like you can't just bring Susie into the group and not introduce her to anybody. So everybody has to get to know Susie. There's rules that are set up. And so, yeah. And Tanisha says, it just ain't for me. I like having my partner to myself. I'm the same way. I'm like, you and Kelly are saying the same things. So like, you are like selfish with who you're dating, which makes sense. But for the record, I wouldn't knock anybody that is polyamorous, because to each his own. Some people don't want to be, they don't want that one. They don't want the monogamy of a relationship. They don't want to just have that one person. They want to be able to become intimate with multiple partners and have different relationships. And Pat, you say getting to know the person. So you like the idea of meeting different people and kind of, getting to know people. Hey, Karen. Karen says, do you, Willow, that she knows how she wants to love and move about in her sexuality is a good thing. I agree. And the way she broke it down, it's like, why do I have to be, that's a good statement, Karen. Why do I have to be, because everybody else is monogamous, why does that have to be my choice? So she made her own choice. And I think Pat was saying she agreed with her. She made her own choice, like, because if you think about it, there's people who have been in long monogamous relationships and they're miserable. So what if they bring in this third, fourth, fifth person? They get what they need from that person if they're not getting what they need from the other person. Yeah. But no judgment on this end. I mean, everybody to each his own. Like Karen said, do you, Willow, that she knows how she wants to love and move about in her sexuality is a good thing. Right. Because a lot of the problems in our society is that we do everything based on tradition. And once something is not traditional, we think that there's a problem with it. And so, good stuff. Yeah. So would y'all, this is a question, would y'all, say if you were dating somebody right now, would you consider having a polyamorous relationship and bringing somebody else into that relationship? Pat says, I like having one partner too. Yes, meeting different people and finding the right connection. Got it. So Pat, you're just like I think yours is more of a social aspect of it, like getting to know. And Karen, for the record, it's not for me. Karen, you wanted us to know that it's that Karen says it's not for her, y'all. She was just giving kudos to Willow. But Karen says it is not. That's yeah. Karen says no, it is not for me. For the record, it's not for me. I'm not knocking whoever wants to express themselves polyamorously. And Pat says too many divorced people in this world. Right. Karen says hell to the no. One partner for me. Yes. And I get it, but hey, so do you think these people are afraid of commitment? Do you think that's why they are in a polyamorous relationship? Do you think polyamorous people are afraid of commitment? That's my question to you guys. Do you think polyamorous people, and again, I'm not judging, so this is the question I'm throwing out here. Do you think polyamorous people are afraid of commitment? Do you think that's why they have multiple relationships and they can freely, just be themselves and have those partners? There's no commitment. If they're not getting something from one partner, they can go over to the other partner's house and get it. If they get into an argument with one partner, they can go over to the other partner's house. Do you think that they're afraid of commitment? Do you think this is creating an avoiding coping mechanism as well? Pat says, I don't think so. I think Willow is on to something. Okay, Pat, I like that you are open to it. And I'm open to it too. There is no judgment. If you feel like that is what you want, then that's a good thing. Hey Mike, what's up? What's up? Mike says when you are young, you should be able to experiment and be free from lockdown. I agree. So Mike, you think they should be able to explore without the criticism, and again, no judgment on my part. I don't condemn anybody, but I do know at my age right now, I only want a one-on-one relationship because I would probably get jealous. It would probably it would probably just not be good. But not knocking anybody else that does, because everybody has their own needs. They have things that they want out of a relationship. And if they want to have multiple sexual partners, I won't say sexual partners because I don't know if it's always sex. It could just be getting to know, which I think is what Pat is, where her perspective is. It's just getting to know multiple people in intimate ways and being intimate with them, and not always meaning sexual. It looks like something with my nose. Anyway. And Pat says it depends on the individual. Nicole Kelly says, I think a little of both, getting all sides satisfied, but I feel someone will still feel left out. And I agree. Because we're human, it's a natural thing to get jealous. But what the person said that I was talking to, that I used to work with at a job, not naming my clients or anything, but they would say that if the jealousy did pop in, if anything like that, they would come together as a group and they would actually sit and discuss, why are you jealous? What's making you feel that way? Things like that. And Karen agrees with you, Kelly. she agrees that a little bit of both of getting. So you believe that they have commitment issues. So it's a little bit of that, And what about low self-esteem? Because if this, me and my trainer was talking about this. This is where this topic came up too. We were saying, because he was like, nah, and I'm like, well, you have to look at both sides. But do you think a lot of people, like, say for instance, you're in love with someone, and because you love them so much, they pulled you in this type of relationship, so you're just doing it for them. What about that type of person? Because you're bound to get hurt. You're bound, because if you're in a polyamorous relationship, you're free to be free. Free to be free. So y'all think it does cause commitment? You think they are afraid of commitment? What about avoiding? Oh, I'm sorry. Karen says low self-esteem could be a factor. Yep, Karen, and that's kind of where I was going with that last statement I just made. For somebody who is in love with somebody, and that person that they're in love with asked them to be in a polyamorous relationship, and so they're like, yeah, anything to be near you, and so they're in there. But then, that's a way they can, get to be with that person without being hurt or, having to struggle, if that makes sense. Kelly says there's always one person who is in control that's being completely satisfied. Right. And hopefully that person is mentally stable, because if you get somebody that's not mentally stable and you're in this polyamorous relationship and they're controlling everything, that can be problematic as well. But no judgment, guys. If you want to be in a polyamorous relationship, by all means, it's your thing. A lot of us on here are just saying it's not for us. Some people are saying it's for the younger people. It's free. It's like Willow. That's Willow was saying, why do I have to follow what everybody else is doing? The monotonous type relationship. Not monotonous. That's just boring over and over. Monogamous relationship where you are you're being traditional with your relationship style. And Willow is like, I don't want that. I want to be able to set up my rules and be who I am and love the way I want to love. Pat says, why I feel the way I feel about polyamorous stems from my childhood. I would like to explore and gain a deep connection with men. That's a good reason, Pat, because you feel like, do you feel like you haven't had the opportunity to kind of meet men and understand them and get to know them on an intimate level? But what if they wanted more too, Pat? Like, you're trying to gain knowledge about men and on an intimate level, not a sexually intimate level, if that makes sense. But what happens if they want sex and you're in this polyamorous relationship? I think it's an interesting relationship style. Especially this is the way I thought of it too. If you're a busy person and you don't want the commitment, like I stated earlier, and you just want to pop in and explore and then pop back out, that's what some people want. Yes, Pat. Okay, I understand that. And I'm glad you're on here giving your perspective, because I like to hear both sides. Like I said, I'm not, nobody's here judging. We just talking this out. Interesting conversation. I like that she is free. Pat says, I like that Willow is free to explore at her age. Right. And I don't think her grandmother was, according to what I just read, didn't understand what she was, because, older people, they don't understand this. It's like they want you to stay in that traditional mindset as far as relationships, where it's monogamous. And you're just seeing that one person, but hey, that's not what she wants. Nope, and I get that, Pat. Yours is not even a sexual aspect of it. I think yours is more so understanding men more at an intimate level because you didn't have that chance to explore. So I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I do. I'm trying to get back to my Dr. Dare show on Facebook so that I can find the questions again. There we go. There we go. Any more thoughts on that topic? And Tanisha said, oh, and so Pat, I'll restate what she says. I am not the one to hop around with different men in bed. Right. Pat's like, let me make that clear. That's not what I'm saying. Tanisha says, then you got these married men out here being polyamorous without their wives knowing. Right. Good point, Tanisha. I'm going to put that on the screen because that's a good point. Because at least in the polyamorous relationship, everybody knows about everybody. There's no cheating that I know of. And just as me speaking naive. But in a polyamorous relationship, everybody knows each other. Everybody is aware, okay, you're not the only one. I have somebody else, and you know I have somebody else, and you've met the other person. So, yeah, see, from that perspective, Tanisha, I can see it. I can see it. Karen says, brave of Willow to express that in front of millions and her grandmother and mother. Right. You know, and I always thought her and her brother, Jaden, were just, you know, free thinkers, you know, like they just like to explore and be themselves. And I love that. And I agree, Karen. That's a lot. And Karen says, I understand where you are coming from, Pat. Tanisha, you better preach. And yes, Karen. Good stuff. Let's see. So any more on that topic? Any more on the polyamorous relationship stuff? Interesting. So our next question is, excuse me. Oops. It says, our number 2 question is, who should make the decision to take a loved one off life support? I put it should be off, OFF, of life support. Should it be the siblings of the loved one or their children? What do you think? And I had this happen to a friend of mine, and they asked me this question. So I was like, oh, that's a good question for my show. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think on this topic? I'm trying to get to, we should make the decision. Take a loved one. That should be off. Yeah, what do you guys think? So we've left topic 1, but if you want to chime in, we're talking about polyamorous relationships. Would you be in a polyamorous relationship, or do you just believe in monogamy? Let us know. We had one person that gave us a reasonable reason why she would, attempt polyamorous relationship. And while everybody else was basically saying that they're selfish and, they don't want to share their significant other. So, yeah. So Pat says, so we jumped to question number 2. It was, who should make the decision to take a loved one off of life support? Should it be the siblings of the loved ones or their children? What do you think? Pat says it should be the husband or the wife who should make that decision. What do you guys think? That's a tough situation to be in, right? Because you don't want to take on that ownership and then you tell them to pull a plug. That person dies and then everybody in your family hates you because you made that decision. Tanisha says this one is tough. I'm still trying to decide. Yeah, Tanisha is very, like, I don't know. And a friend of mine had called me and asked me the same thing. I know I would not want to have been the one to make that decision. But one thing I would say, I wouldn't want my loved one to suffer. Because if I saw them and they were suffering and I knew that even if they came out of this, they still wouldn't be themselves. And Tanisha and Kelly both saying this is a hard question. So how would you rationalize it, y'all? How would you start to process it? Like, what would be some of the stuff that you would ask yourself or ask your family member? I think maybe you should pull together a family meeting. And Karen also says it should be the spouse of the person that they're married to. Otherwise, the ownership should be a mutual agreement. Karen, and I agree. That's what I was getting ready to say, is that I think, like, if it's a family situation, I think all the family members should sit down and have that discussion, talk about it, talk about the like, if they know any information, like, once this person is unplugged from this machine, what would their life be like afterwards? See, it's a whole bunch of things that you need to process or rationalize before just saying, I'm going to make this decision. But it is a hard decision. I pray for all the people that have had to be in this situation or in this situation now. Yeah. But we have 2 people, Karen and Pat, agree that it should be the spouse, So what if the spouse is deceased and the children are left, but then there's the siblings? This was the problem of my friend. There was no spouse. There were just children and then the siblings of that person. So that was the convoluted part of that situation. And so Tanisha came to her point, is that I guess whoever was the closest to that person should make the decision. That's a good, yeah. But you know how families are, right? So you may get together, the siblings, they may fuss about, like, no, we should do it. The kids may be like, we should do it. And that's what I think they should, like you said, Tanisha, maybe the person that is closest, like Pat and Karen says, maybe the spouse should do it. If there's no spouse, then I think the siblings of that person probably should get together, have a meeting, make a decision based on what the doctor has provided, with the information the doctor's provided. I think that's the safest way to discuss that, I would think. But again, it's a hard, like everybody, I think all of us agree that it's a hard question. It's a hard place to be. And yeah. Good stuff. These topics are good. So if you weren't here last week, we also asked the question, and I'm going to throw that up here, if I can find it really quickly. See if I can find it. Oh, yeah. So I did want to jump back to this topic. Oh, sorry, I don't want to skip y'all. So Mike says the offspring should make the decision. And then, Mike, what if they don't agree? Which is what was happening with my friend's family. They were like, one of them wanted to do it, one of them didn't. So then the siblings decide to call in. I mean, the offspring decide to call in the siblings of that person and asking them what should they do. So in that situation, I was like, I wouldn't want to be the one that makes that decision. That's just not, you know. And Pat says, my sister took control of my mother's decision making. And how did that turn out, Pat? And then Karen says it's a hard question. Yeah, it is a very hard question. And I don't think anybody knows what they would want to do in that situation. It would really take, I think, communicating with a lot of people in your family to come to that conclusion. Pat says, so I don't know what is going to happen if something happened to my mom because my sister just took the power. Okay. Yeah. I wonder, do they have any, was anything signed, Pat, by your mom and your sister? Like the, what is it called? Power of attorney or something like that, where whatever wishes your sister would carry out for your mom or something like that. So just to jump back to the topic last week, it was women are so powerful, they create humans. Should tampons be free? Why or why not? Some believe it should be a human right. What are your thoughts? And the analogy I gave last week was when we go to public bathrooms, we have free toilet paper. So why aren't women's sanitary items available for free in the public? Now I get why maybe you should have to pay for them at home because we have to pay for toilet paper. So that's what we came to the conclusion last week. But we thought it was very interesting if you think about it that way. Like toilet paper is free in all public places, public bathrooms. So why wouldn't women's products be free? So we're kind of on that topic from last week. And Pat, you say you will see, yeah. It's just a hard decision to be in, as far as having to make that decision to pull somebody off of life support. That's got to be very, very, very difficult. But yeah, great topics, y'all. And so, like I said, I brought in that last topic from last week. I think it was Karen and I that were on the phone last week, and we kind of talked through it. We felt like they should be free. Oh, yeah, but Mike says, hell no, women must pay. Toilet paper's for men and women. Yeah, but Mike, it's a bodily function that we use toilet paper for. So if you think of it that way, women, it's a natural bodily function that's happening and that they need tampons for. So why wouldn't it be free in public? Mike said, y'all see Mike's answer? I want to start some trouble. Look at Mike's answer, y'all. It's on the board. Mike's starting trouble. Tanisha says, yes, they should be free for us in the public bathroom. But did y'all see what Mike said? Mike, I'm starting trouble. Mike said, he didn't just say no. He said, hell no. Women must pay. Toilet paper is for men and women. Get them, y'all. I know, Mike, but that's the point, Mike, right? Because we do. Oh, you. We do have bodily fluids, but the toilet paper, I'm talking about like the number 2. We both all genders have bodily fluids, but the toilet paper covers us. But women have the other thing going on, which is why they need sanitary napkins, and that's why I think they should be free in public places as well. Mike says we all have bodily fluids. Women, where are y'all at? I want y'all to get Mike. So nobody's gonna get Mike. Okay. We do. I think they should be free in public at least. So Karen's here getting you right. Karen says sanitary supplies should be free as a bodily function. They are expensive and the cost prohibitive to women from. Oh, Karen, I think you hit. Oh, take several seats. Get them. Mike, Karen says take several seats. Pat says, Mike, I wish you can experience having a period. It's no joke. I was wondering where y'all were. Like, I was wondering if y'all were going to clap back at that situation. I think they should be free. Because to me, I just compared them to like we use toilet paper to wipe up ourselves. So women should have the sanitary supplies to wipe up themselves. Yeah. But I just wanted to grab that from last week because Mike told y'all to blame Eve, not men. A mess. I'm not taking his side. I agree that they should be free. So Mike's just leaving y'all out to dry. Like y'all gotta handle women, y'all gotta handle that. The United States shouldn't be paying for that. Good stuff. I have wipes to clean my insides. That's not free. Yeah, but that's not is that a common thing that you had? You mean I don't know what Mike means when he's saying this right here, right? I have wipes to clean my inside. That's not free. Yeah, but that's not I'm still saying like the fluids are that women make humans. Kelly is like, she don't know what. Kelly, what's that face for? Where y'all at? Clapping back. Mike said you shouldn't blame men, you should blame Eve. And he feels like y'all should have to pay for sanitary supplies. Bottom line. Karen told him to take several seats. And Pat says, Mike, I wish you could experience having a period. It's no joke. Pat says, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, Mike. Karen says, it's no joke, Mike. If you had to ram something inside yourself to stop blood, that looks like a crime scene from spilling out. I like to see you try it. Oh. You see that, Mike? Pat says, laugh out loud. Kelly's like, I don't know what to say, so I ain't going to say anything. Laugh out loud. I contribute to making humans as well. It's not a one-way street. That's true. Mike's coming for y'all tonight. I tried to, highlight and bring out the reason, because to me, toilet paper is doing the same thing. It's like cleaning yourself up. So the tampon is cleaning the women. Correct me, ladies, if I'm wrong. So I felt like, but we do have to pay for toilet paper at home. So I feel like, okay, we can all pay for our sanitary stuff at home, but public places, you don't have to pay for toilet paper. So yeah. Karen says she's praying for you, Mike. And so Mike says that my statement of women create humans is not good enough, because without men you couldn't create humans. Tanisha said, "Go to the corner, Mike. You're on punishment." It's just an interesting topic, but this debate is going on a lot. If you Google this on social media, I mean on Google, you'll see a lot of people. There is a big debate about this, and they're fighting this because they, especially for like the rights of women's rights. This is a big topic, and you know, it's like some college students struggle. They have to, female college students struggle because sometimes they don't have the money to pay for the sanitary supplies, so they have to borrow from their friends or whatever. And so, you know, that's why I think this is a good topic. Good stuff. All right, y'all. So I don't want to hold y'all. We've been on here for 51 minutes. You know, I like to keep them short. So great topics. Share this video. It's going to be up. Karen has her last words, she says, and I'm going to post that on. Sanitary supplies should be free. Sanitary supplies should be free. Okay, if women, Mike's still coming at y'all. Y'all see that? If women want free tampons in the restroom, they should contribute or bring their own. Women, y'all carried those big ass purses like luggage. Keep some spare tamps there. Okay, Mike, you're on your own. You're on your own with that one. Y'all see that? Anyway, y'all, this debate can go on. I'm glad I brought it up because last week it was just Karen and myself, and we talked about it. Yeah, good topics. Yeah. And y'all don't forget to join Pat's page. I put the link out there, but you can look up Pat Sapiro's. You can look up her name on Facebook and join her page. She'll give you the information. And she has some good stuff, some good jewelry. Oh, but these topics, I won't end because y'all still going. Mike is buying my sanitary items from now on. Mike, you are out of control. I'm going to pray for you at the altar. So Tanisha says Mike is going to buy my sanitary items from now on. And Mike is out of control. I'm going to pray for you at the altar. Pat says, hilarious, Tanisha. Mike said y'all have these big purses that y'all just put some extra ones in there so then you don't have to pay for them in the bathroom. That's funny. But I love the fact that we can have different perspectives and still get along and just talk about them because, you know, everybody has their own perspective. That's how life is. That's what makes the world goes around and all that stuff. But anyway, y'all, I don't want to hold y'all any longer. I love this. Share this show, share this video, and I will talk to y'all next Friday. Happy Mother's Day if I don't talk to y'all, but I'm sure I will. Not sure if I'll have a show because it is Mother's Day weekend. So a lot of people might be out and doing stuff. But anyway, thank y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.